You're about to watch a version of your future that most people are too scared to look at. Not 100 years from now, just one decade, 2030. Before we start, answer this honestly in your head. If AI keeps improving like this, is my job safe? Keep that answer in mind, because by the end of this video it might change completely. Right now, while you're watching this on your phone or laptop, millions of lines of code are running in the background, silently learning how to do what you do, but faster, cheaper, and without ever needing a raise, a weekend, or a mental health day. In 2020, people laughed at AI. In 2023, they started using it. In 2025, it became normal. And in 2030, for a lot of people, it will be their replacement, not a tool. A replacement. Imagine someone very similar to you. Let's call him Alex. Alex has a normal job, not a CEO, not a billionaire, just a regular person trying to pay bills, help family, maybe save a little for the future. Alex is good at what he does, but not famous genius good, just solid, reliable, the kind of person every company says they value. One Monday morning, Alex walks into the office and notices something strange. Everyone is a little too quiet. No jokes near the coffee machine. No normal Monday complaints. Then the boss calls everyone into a meeting. The slide on the screen says, AI Integration Plan 2030. The boss starts talking. We're moving into the future. We're adopting AI to improve efficiency, reduce costs, and stay competitive. You've heard this kind of speech online many times, but for Alex, it's not a motivational quote. It's the beginning of a countdown. One by one, the boss shows examples. AI writing emails, AI analyzing data, AI doing customer support, AI designing layouts, AI writing code. At first, people pretend to be impressed. Then the boss says the sentence everyone fears but no one expects to hear so clearly. Some roles will be transformed, and some will no longer be necessary. Alex laughs nervously inside. They can't mean my job. I work with people, I make decisions, I know the client. I do things a robot can't. That's what we all tell ourselves, right? My job is different. My job is human. But then the boss shows the next slide. It's a list of job titles. Alex's role is there, not in red, not blinking, not dramatic. Just there, cold and neutral, like a quiet death sentence. The company offers retraining, new opportunities, transition plans. Everything sounds like help, but deep down everyone understands the translation. You have a few months to become someone they still need, or you're out. Now pause Alex's story for a second and look at your own life. Think about your job, the tasks you do every week. How many of them are answering emails, filling spreadsheets, writing documents, doing research, organizing information, repeating similar steps, following rules, generating reports, sending proposals, editing, correcting, summarizing, checking? If you wrote everything on a page, how many of those tasks could be done, at least decently, by a machine that doesn't get tired and costs almost nothing per hour? In 2030, the main threat is not that all jobs disappear. The real threat is that enough of your tasks can be automated for your company to start asking, do we really need a full person for this? And when companies ask that question, they don't think with a heart. They think with a calculator. After that meeting, Alex goes home in silence. No music, no podcasts, just his brain replaying that slide again and again. At home, he opens social media, and what does he see? Posts like 10 AI tools that will save you 10 hours a week. How I doubled my income using AI. If you're not using AI, you'll be broke. It feels like everyone got the manual for the future, except him. Around midnight, while doom scrolling, Alex finds a comment under a video that says, if AI can replace you, it means your job is made of repeatable tasks. Your mission is simple. Move from repeated to irreplaceable. That sentence hits hard. For the first time that day, he feels something different from fear. He feels anger. Why did nobody tell me this earlier? Why didn't school prepare me for this? Why did my boss act like this was sudden? The truth is that it wasn't sudden. The warning signs were always there. In 2024, AI was already writing code that junior developers used to write. In 2025, it was passing professional exams. In 2027, big companies proudly announced AI-first strategies while quietly reducing headcount. Everyone clapped for innovation. Almost nobody asked who loses in this game. So I don't want to give you panic. Panic freezes you. What I want to activate in you is fear with a purpose. It's like when your house is silent and suddenly you smell smoke. You don't stay on the couch and say, let's see what happens. You stand up, you move, you act. Right now, AI is that silent smoke. You can pretend it's nothing. or you can get up and see where the fire is. The next morning, Alex does something uncomfortable. He takes a blank sheet of paper and writes at the top, "What do I do at work that AI could eventually do?" He fills the page. It hurts. Some tasks he was proud of, AI can now do in seconds. But then he asks a second question. What do I do at work that AI can't do, or can't do well yet? This list is smaller, but it exists. Things like calming angry clients, understanding office politics, making judgment calls when rules conflict, connecting dots between problems that seem unrelated, seeing patterns in human behavior, convincing someone in a meeting, telling a story that makes people care. That is the real battlefield of 2030. It's not AI versus humans. It's AI plus the average person versus AI plus the person who knows how to use it, explain it, and lead with it. In other words, people who hide from AI and people who stand on top of it. By 2030, in many industries, "I don't use AI" will sound like "I don't use the internet" sounded in 2005. Not cool, not rebellious, just disconnected. Companies might never say this directly to your face, but you'll feel it in the silence when your resume gets ignored. So what can you actually do? Let's turn this from a horror movie into a survival guide. Imagine two versions of you waking up in 2030. Version 1 kept doing the same job the same way, avoiding AI out of fear, thinking this will calm down, it's just a trend. Version 2 also got scared, but used that fear as fuel. This second version asked 3 questions. Which parts of my job are most likely to be automated? Which human skills in my field become more valuable when AI is everywhere? And how can I become the person who uses AI instead of the person who is replaced by it? Version 2 started small. No dramatic life change, just 30 minutes a day, testing AI tools, asking them to do parts of the job, comparing results, learning where AI is strong and where it fails miserably. And it's exactly in that space between what AI can produce and what humans actually need that opportunity lives. If you work with information, which is almost everyone today, AI will become your default intern. It can draft, summarize, research, calculate, generate ideas, translate, and analyze. But that alone doesn't save you. It makes everyone faster. And when everyone is faster, the real difference is who thinks better, who decides better, who communicates better. The jobs that disappear first are not only low-skill jobs, they are low-thinking jobs. High-skill but low-thinking roles are also in danger. If 90% of your day is routine, rules, templates, and repetition, AI is already knocking on your door. But roles that mix technical knowledge, human psychology, storytelling, strategy, creativity, and leadership don't simply disappear. They transform. Think about a doctor in 2030. Maybe AI can diagnose better in many cases, but who do you want telling your family the results and what comes next? A screen or a human who can look you in the eyes and guide you through one of the hardest days of your life? Think of a lawyer. AI can write contracts and analyze cases. But who do you trust to choose the right words at the right second to influence a human judge or jury? This ability to move another human emotionally and ethically is extremely hard to automate. So your job in 2030 splits into 2 paths. In the first path, you keep defining yourself by your job title. You say, "I am this, I do tasks X, Y, and Z." AI eats tasks. When your identity is built on tasks, AI feels like an attack on who you are. In the second path, you start defining yourself by your value. You say, "I am the person who solves this type of problem for this type of person or company. I use any tool I need, including AI, to deliver that value." Suddenly, AI is not your enemy. It becomes part of your toolkit. Alex chose the second path. Instead of saying, "I'm a simple employee," he rewrote his identity. "I help companies turn chaotic information into clear decisions." That's not a task, that's a mission. And missions can absorb new tools without dying. Over the next months, Alex became the person in the office who tests every AI tool, automating small processes, writing better reports using AI, generating ideas faster, creating small systems that saved the team hours of work. At first, people rolled their eyes. There he goes again with the robot. But when deadlines arrived and everyone else was drowning, Alex already had shortcuts. The company didn't see him as a cost. They saw him as leverage. By 2030, there will be 3 types of workers. People replaced by AI, people who work for AI, following systems they don't control, and people who design, question, combine, and direct AI to create results that no machine can create alone. You cannot control the technology. You can't slow it down, but you can decide which group you want to be in. That decision is not made in one big dramatic moment. It is made in small daily choices. Ignore AI or explore it. Hold on to your current skills or stack new ones on top. See AI as competition or as leverage. Maybe the most frightening sentence you could hear in 2030 is, "We don't need you anymore." The most powerful sentence you can build, starting today, is, "We can't afford to lose you." The distance between these two sentences is not luck. It's preparation. So here is your challenge after this video. Tonight, choose one task you do often. Just one. Open any AI tool and force it to do that task with you. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to open your eyes to what is already possible today. Then ask yourself, if it can already do this, what do I need to become so that I am still necessary? Your job in 2030 is not fully written yet, but there will be less space for people who refuse to evolve, and more opportunity than ever for those who are brave enough to reinvent themselves while everyone else is pretending nothing is changing. You can close this video and go back to scrolling, or you can treat this moment as the point where your future self will say, "That was the day I stopped waiting and started adapting." The AI wave is already here. You either learn to surf it, or you stand on the beach hoping it will not reach you. Which version of you is really waking up in 2030?